Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set 70, Indy. 57. Check three. Watch twins.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Jones. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm scared. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Kill. Ship. Watch the ship.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strip that ball. Watch out.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tyler Fackrell on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end. Great. Even. 4 down, even. Check.
Wentz. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll run with Cannon, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. There goes a deep. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Deshaun Jackson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here I come. Hey! Check nickel. Kill.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
I-7. Check. 53. Look at me. Go. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Jones now operating from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Come on, let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. at their own 17-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Cannon, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 47. On first down, it's Cannon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
Here we go. 120!
They'll run it right side with Cannon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Penny. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Let's go.
Here we go. Waiting.
I'm on.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is taken in at the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, this is Cannon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, kill it. Hey, Ford, kill it. Hey, Haywood.
Minus 50. They're not ready for this, man.
Wentz going to throw. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check your hot read.
Now again, right side. Cannon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go. Back. Waiting.
54.
Sunday.
36. Hey, check 24.
On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
32-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
30 base. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Ready?
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Throwing now is Wentz. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third-quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check the backer, check the backer.
They go again with Cannon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
On 3rd down, it's Cannon, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
82. Go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Cannon. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tokyo. Dre 15.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the carry, it's Cannon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the goal. Check 24, check 24. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
61. Matchbox lights.
Check. Watch the safety.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jay. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Check nine.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Cannon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's get it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Zoo.
2nd and 9 now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards and a giant first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, New York.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 8 read.
54 Mike.
You're out.
Here we go.
Blue draw courses. Let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley.
Let's go.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Crystal, 18 gator.
He was brought down by Marcus May.
Good.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Jets'
Hey, box truck,
37-yard
box truck.
line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 52.
On 2nd and a couple, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jones now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Switch.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. Ready?
Check. Watch 54, watch 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Right there, 54, right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down with a sack at Ziggy Ansah. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On the screen, this is Cannon. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return, it's Tate. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland, and that is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Browns in that game. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Now Jones throwing on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. It's hauled in by Shepard. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, get it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Joker.
One more time, it's Cannon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He wasn't ready.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Watch this.
On 3rd down, Cannon. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.